Thank you, Jay. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem will give her annual budget address next week. As we look ahead to that address, last year's address included mention of a topic that eventually came to receive a lot of attention this fall, and that's the site of the Lincoln County for a new men's prison. Tonight, KELOLAND's Dan Santella traces the development from last December's budget address to the vote that paved the way for a Department of Corrections decision.
1 year ago this month, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem laid out a need to take action with regard to the state's penitentiary.
We know it's outdated, we know it's not compliant with ADA requirements, and it's overcrowded.
1 month later, House Bill 1017 had its first reading. The legislation would authorize the Department of Corrections to buy property, contract for a new prison's design, and transfer funds to the Incarceration Construction Fund. The new building would replace the majority of the current state penitentiary in Sioux Falls, but the bill itself did not list a location. In February, the Joint Committee on Appropriations heard from Kelly Wasko, Secretary of the Department of Corrections. Senator David Johnson spoke with Wasko about where the new facility would be located.
It sounds like you're trying to center it in the Sioux Falls area, it sounds to me like.
Madam Chair, thank you. Senator Johnson, we're trying to stay in the vicinity.
The state's preference for a location was clear. Together, Minnehaha and Lincoln counties have 33 lawmakers in the South Dakota State Legislature. Just 5 of those lawmakers voted against House Bill 1017. All are in the House. Republicans John Hanson, Bethany Soy, and Aaron Elward, along with Democrats Aaron Healy and Cameron Nelson. In the end, the legislation passed the House 53-16 and then the Senate 32-1. It received the governor's signature soon after, and in October, the DOC announced the selected location between Harrisburg and Canton in Lincoln County. Dan Santella, KELOLAND News.
Governor Noem is set to give her budget address next Tuesday afternoon at 1 o'clock in the House of Representatives. KELOLAND's Bob Mercer and Dan Santella will have team coverage on air and online, where you'll be able to watch and listen to the governor's address live.